Zak Jarvis,
Mikey.
Bikes and Beyond. Welcome.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
I'm sore. Big time sore.
Yeah. Big
Session, 140 times.
big battle at the skate park.
It was rough. Not bad after 6 months to the day.
Crazy, eh? Time's been flying.
Yeah, getting old.
Technically, a year is faster every year, right? Like the older you, like the first year of your life, a year is your whole life. And then as you get older, a year becomes smaller and smaller. Does that mean that it actually goes by quicker and quicker? I mean, it must. If the first year...
I feel the first year is probably the slowest just because there's only so many things you're doing. Like you're eating, you're sleeping, and you're shitting. That's being a baby. And then as you get older, you just have so many other things on the go. So it may feel like it's faster because you don't have as much time not doing anything.
Yeah. Do you remember, I don't know about you, but I always, when I was like really pursuing biking, I always remember a stage where I never felt pressure to do anything. Like I could sleep in, have a casual day, go biking, just not really any priorities.
Yeah, well, the priority, that corresponds with responsibility. And like when you first got into it, you were just a kid. There's no responsibilities. Like we all grew up, man. It's nuts.
It's crazy how quickly it happened. Like the responsibility thing. Now I'm always trying to get back to that place.
Yeah.
Where like I'm out riding and I'm not feeling pressure to be all these places, but it's easier said than done. And I never get a time where like I don't feel that anymore.
And it is not possible. Like reality sets in, like as soon as you get to a certain age and you develop all these responsibilities for some reason or another, like it's a trap. Everybody used to say growing up's a trap. Like it's a trap. It doesn't matter. You can avoid it and avoid it and avoid it, and you're always going to end up with it. Mm-hmm. Like just trying to schedule things now. It's like, no. And you can blame it on your partner or you can blame it on anybody, but you cannot schedule anything because there's different priorities of responsibilities that have to be tended to before you can go relax and be able to get that session that you had back when you were 16. Like, doesn't happen. 6 months.
Yeah.
It's 6 months since I rode last.
It also, I feel like it just doesn't hit the same as it used to.
No.
Although it's really important. Maybe if anything, it's like essential.
Yeah. No, you have to do it.
But it doesn't hit the same as it did then, obviously.
No, but falling hits worse.
Yeah. That doubles or triples in pain.
The absolute worst. Like we were talking at the park, you're like, it's the muscles. It's all the muscles, man. Muscle memory, and then you're not using the same muscles you do in BMX and anything else in your life. Mm-hmm. It's wild.
With that said, I'm sure if you, like this week's going to be sore because it's the first ride in a while. And you tried that trick over 100 times. But like after this week, if you did keep riding, I'm sure like you already probably broke that barrier. Like your body was already probably like, oh yeah, I remember this, but I need some time to recover from this first one.
I definitely remembered it, but it got to the point where I was so tired. Like 140 times, man. Jeez.
And that bunny hop onto the ledge is like, that's like a 2-foot bunny hop over and over.
It was high enough. It was definitely high enough. Yeah, it was fun. But
it's crazy that you still have that bike. I don't know how it probably would be smart to swap out the bars and the forks.
The forks, man. I've had those forks since 2009, dude.
Exactly. Wasn't there something that happened where you were riding down the stairs? Was it the stairs at the CN Tower?
No, that was at Dundas and Bloor. That was in September 2009.
Did you was it forks?
No, I snapped my head tube off the frame. Yeah, I had a Redline device frame that I had won, and then I was riding it, and there was some cracks or paint cracks, right? And just there was a 19, rode across the platform, dropped into the first like a mountain biker would do. I was thinking Kristanowski when I was doing it, right?
Fuck yeah.
So gaffed halfway down the second and then tried to jump the last long 19. Cased it, 4 stairs up, straight to my face. Handlebars are in my hands, front wheels between my legs, my bike's in the middle of the street, and I'm unconscious.
And that's how you lost your teeth?
I did 5 teeth, broke my jaw, shattered this bone across where my teeth go into, and then my right orbital.
Wow.
In the hospital for a week. And
I feel like
that was life-changing.
I don't think I was really, like, I don't think I was talking to you at that point. So I kind of missed, I don't think I've ever asked you about that or heard about that, but I remember the stories. But dude, like, I feel like after you break parts like that, like for me, like I've broken some parts and now I'm like I'm scared if I ride a part more than like 8 months.
Yeah.
Well, the main 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I was taking that bike out of, it wasn't in the park. It wasn't on a street setup. It was
true.
It was doing something 26ers with what I should have been doing, right? So it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then I was wired shut for 5 weeks. That was exciting. So just protein shakes, and then I was 8 months without teeth. That was exciting too.
And then I guess, did you have like coverage for?
No, because I wasn't working for anybody. I was working for the city of Toronto part-time, working at Wallace Emerson.
So you had to pay full price for teeth.
Luckily, because it was like an injury, I guess OHIP covered like the jaw surgery and stuff. And then for teeth, it was like, I had to go to the dentist, pay them.
Damn.
Yeah.
How is it now? Like, is your jaw completely normal? Or?
I don't like eating chewy food. You know what I mean?
Like chewing too much?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Do you feel like a click or anything?
Yeah, I did for a bit, and now it's just like, I guess I'm just lazy. And, you know what I mean? Like, can't eat apples. Like, there's certain things I just don't eat. But that's, I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's the joy of life, really. That's BMX though. Like, it was pretty traumatic, but I was on my bike 2 weeks later, wired shut. It was a crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was a Wallace Emerson contest, man. It was a good time. Oh yeah.
That was also, I feel like it doesn't seem that long ago, but I feel like it was long enough ago where it was still that old school BMX mentality of like, fuck it, like no foam pits or resis at that time. Like, if you want to learn a trick, you just go and try it on a box jump kind of thing. Like,
or fly out, like with Keswick Park, man. I learned 7s at the Keswick Park. 360 tail whips, Keswick Park. It was all fly out. And then you just slowly move it over to the box jump and hopefully you don't case too many times.
Right.
There's no foam pits or resis.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, there was, I think it was Industry or Rail City first back in St. Thomas. Remember that? That was like the only place with the foam pit.
Yes.
You couldn't go anywhere else. There was no indoor parks.
You know, it's funny though. There was a foam pit in Queensville. Down the street from Brett Reeder's.
Yeah.
His buddy, Mark something.
Yeah. No,
Matt.
I remember that. I never went there.
That was like a little private foam pit.
Oh yeah.
That's where Brett and I learned backflips.
Oh yeah.
When we were like, I think 14 or 15. But that was lucky. We just so happened to
ran into the right people.
Get a foam pit or had a foam pit to ride.
I remember seeing videos of those, like the foam pit in Queensville.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were. I remember we posted some flips into it too.
Yeah.
That might have been Brett. Might have built it. I don't know. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Ages ago.
But kids don't have to do that now.
No,
just go to Joyride.
Go to Joyride. Resi,
perfect.
Foam, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was not there when I started out. Crazy.
It's a different era.
Yeah. No, it's exciting.
It's really exciting, but there's also something very exciting about let's build our own foam pit. Because we don't have one.
Oh yeah, go grab some. Go grab your mom's cushions.
Yeah.
From the couch. Oh, there's an abandoned couch over there on Yonge Street. Go grab them. Mm-hmm. Drop them up. Yeah, I remember doing stuff into wood chips.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, landing in a big pile.
The mountain bikers still, that's like their main thing.
Oh, it makes sense.
The mulch jump.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, the jaw. So you had that crash that was really bad, and then you had another. Not to get in the injuries, but there was another injury that was pretty, like a big one for you, right? Was it a head injury at the warehouse or something? Like one of the main
Yeah,
ones.
when I started wearing a full face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think it was 08, 07, 08 kind of thing.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember I was doing something on the wall, or I was learning tail whips, like air whips or air down whips, one of them. And then I remember doing it on the wall and losing it, ditching my bike, sliding down the wall, and my bike came down after me and hit me right in the back of the head. I couldn't see through my left eye, like packed all my shit, drove to Newmarket to the hospital, told them I got hit in the head, concussion, like can't see out of my left eye. It was all messed up.
Holy shit, that's like a 50-minute drive.
Yeah. But it was where, what else was I going to do, right?
Wow. So it wasn't even.
We were at a place where one of the rules was if you get hurt, you got hurt, but you weren't here. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It was all cash. It was a cool spot.
The fact that they trusted like the dudes riding it to kind of do that too.
But it was a good tight group of guys, right? Like there were so many people. Like it was so much fun. We'd be there all night.
I'm so glad I got a little piece of that. Obviously for you it was way different because you were like one of the dudes. Like you guys had
it took a lot to get in there though, man.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Who was like the kind of the main dudes? Was it like Moxley and
Moxley got in there. I think like Silva. It was Silva, Moxley, like Chijo.
Jamie,
yeah. Jamie, I think Jamie was the kind of like the leader, and then there's Taylor.
Yeah.
Remember T. Barwick?
Yeah.
Legend.
He wasn't like the best rider, but he was kind of like
he was the glue, man.
Right,
like
right.
T. Barwick and then Blueberry. Come on.
Yeah.
Matt.
Definitely.
On.
They were like
so much fun.
Wasn't Blueberry was kind of like the younger guy?
Him and Taylor were they're the best. I miss those guys. And then it was Moxley. Like Dave Fitzpatrick was there, man. That kid, like hop 3 whips.
He's one of the most talented bike riders of all time.
He just would come up with stuff and he'd be like, "Oh, okay, done." Like he would do switch-footed whips all the time. He would just switch his feet because he has to, because he would do them backwards.
So dialed.
It was nuts.
He would be perfect for right now. Like I would love to have seen him against Logan and all the top park riders, because like he was like he could 3 double whip fly out like nothing.
Yes.
And like I know that like a lot of people can 3 double whip fly out, but like this guy could make it graceful.
Yeah.
It didn't look like like I'm doing a 3 double whip fly out. Like this is going to be a big impact and kind of nasty.
He was also like a 200-pound ripped 16-year-old on a 19-pound bike. Like he lived down. I remember going to his house all the time, picking him up to drive to the warehouse. But he lived down the street from the Stouffville Wooden Park. Remember where there was a wooden park in Stouffville?
Yeah.
He lived down the street from it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way ahead of his time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like hop 3 whips into banks, man. Nuts.
Damn.
Yeah. Tie everything on his bikes. It was super sick.
Yeah, because I feel like Moxley like was probably doing 3 whips and like double whips and
3 double whips
and all that stuff.
Like,
but
Moxley's always been like dialed.
Yeah, but there was like a ease to Dave's riding. Like it was easy. It seemed easy for him, you know, like easier. I don't know. It was just so smooth. He was kind of like Mad Dog.
Yeah. Dave was. It's tough because I know Dave and Moxley really super got along, and then when I met Steve was just unreal, so unreal, like just everything dialed. Doesn't matter, man. Speed dial everything. Run out of freaking numbers on the phone, dialing everything in so much. It was nuts.
He was doing like even like double bar, like bar catch bar stuff, like in combos, like Garrett hands back then, just like low key.
Yeah, we're talking like, 12, 13, 14 years ago, man. Like it was nuts.
Like when he was doing, like I remember the foot jam whip on the sub at the
Yeah.
warehouse, the higher sub beside the Spocks.
Yeah.
Like that video, that era.
Oh, bar ice, bar out all the time. Like crazy. The amount of combos he had was nuts.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was doing whip to foot jam whips way before anybody else.
Right.
It was nuts.
And that was also the time Chris Silva was doing toothpick bar in on the 8-foot.
The legend.
That was, dude, that's a sick trick. It's still.
Silva is unreal. Unreal. Like he is, so much credit goes to Chris Silva. Like unreal. Like he built the scene like with like, oh man. His crew of guys was unreal. I can't even think of the name
Kevin
of it.
Salmon?
Yes, Kevin Salmon,
Pretty much?
man. Oh my goodness.
Was he
Oh my goodness.
Was he part of that?
Dude, like no, Kevin's older than Chris. Like Kevin, oh my God.
What a nice guy.
Dude, the nicest guy in the world.
Way too nice.
And he's the perfect nice.
Not literally.
Everybody needs to be that nice.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Salmon, the legend. Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, I guess you.
Oh, the ICC crew. That was Chris.
Right.
Yeah, the ICC, like little Scotty. Remember Scotty?
He, bike owner, guy who started the bike company.
Yeah.
Scotty, who still rides all the time.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, so sick.
Roots, right?
Yeah, Roots.
Oh yeah, Roots. Yeah.
I think yeah. Anyway,
Shout
yeah,
out to Scotty.
Scott, dude, yeah, big time, man.
I've seen him around a few times the past year. I always run into him. He's out there.
I remember I hitched a ride with him to the Madoc contest. We went out there together in this like little sidekick to the Madoc contest. It was so much fun.
I wanted to go to that contest so
Dude,
bad.
it was so sick. That's a fun park.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Rode it
Yeah.
one time.
Oh yeah. Man, that's so funny. Anyway, yeah, Silva, man, come
But
on.
yeah, so you got to actually watch the thing. Yeah, I think there's a difference for you because you got to see him in person in the prime, where like
Yeah.
most people only saw his videos of him in his prime. But if you actually got to witness the sessions,
Dude,
I'm sure it was different.
It was just an era where it was like everybody was at different levels, but it was like such a good mesh. Like Ian Christensen hitting rafters. Like always going the highest. Most goofy footed rider I know, always going the highest. Like,
Dude,
he was so sick.
It's such
Still
an
is.
original crew.
Yeah.
Every person in that crew had their own tricks,
Yeah.
like their own style.
Yeah. Like I know I'm forgetting somebody, but yeah. That the warehouse crew, man, it was so much fun. It was like we're all from different parts, and it was just like it was the connection. It was such a good time, and it was that long ago. It was crazy. 15 years.
So for people who don't know anything about the warehouse, it was a underground indoor skate park in the Toronto area in the early 2000s that you basically could ride for $10, no helmets, no waiver,
No
just
glass.
no glass. Oh, like no, yeah, plastic bongs only. Fucking, but literally, you go in there, like there's couches, like drink, smoke, like you just have fun. Like you just do whatever you want, and that's what that place was all about. And I was super young, so I wasn't part of the main crew. But like we came there when and we were like just like little like young kids that.
Dude, Matt with the feather in his hat or feather in his helmet, killing it.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
That he must have had that in his helmet for a couple years.
It doesn't matter, man. I just remember him doing it like crazy. It was so much fun. And the Halloween parties there, oh my goodness.
What were you guys biking?
Oh yeah. We all dress up and go riding. Oh man. So much fun. Yeah.
Who started it? Who built it? Was it Chris?
No, it was I think it was a skateboard park, and they had bought the ramps off somebody, or it was built and then the skateboard park bought them off of them, or there was another warehouse. I'm pretty sure it was the half pipe was from another park that they had gotten in there, and then when it all went down, it was like the Skyloft or something like that, some skateboard park.
Best half pipe
dude,
of all time, pretty much.
the most fun. No corrections on any tricks. Like you're locked in. Beautiful half pipe. And that 8 foot, it would send you to the moon.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It was the core warehouse. There was a core warehouse before, and then yes, that's how it was.
Chris Taylor. Was he the one that built?
I believe so.
Wow. Shout
Something
out to
like
Chris
that.
Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Did you ride for Core?
No.
Okay. Core
don't
at the
think
bike
so.
shop
Yeah.
down in Toronto there.
Yeah, that pipe was there, I believe. I just remember the warehouse, and I don't know, man. It's all coming together. I haven't talked about it in so long.
Dude, this is cool. So for me, I grew up in Newmarket. You grew up in Holland Landing,
Yeah.
riding with Cam Condi. And
Yeah.
when I moved to Newmarket, I was like 13. But you guys were like the older kids that I thought were like like the best riders in the world, the pro riders. You guys were like the dudes.
We got into it. Like I was skateboarding before, and then I was like BMX. I wanted to get a mountain bike, but it got expensive, so I got a free agent trail duster. Sick.
Trail duster.
Oh yeah, $319.
Boom.
Yeah, long time ago. And then we rode the J jumps or Devil's Drop, right? There's the dirt jumps by the river.
Yeah.
So much fun.
And then did you work at Spoke too?
No,
So you never worked there?
I never worked there. I would always go in there and try to get parts.
Yeah.
But like all the guys who rode did that.
So how did it like work out that you got super into BMX when kind of Cam was going like mountain bike direction? A lot of dirt jumpers going, a lot of people going dirt.
Well, there was like me and my buddy Eric, like Epil, like we both got into BMX, and like we would always ride together. And then there was a scene in like Holland Landing, like remember Mark and Connor, like those guys.
Yeah.
Remember those two?
Connor McKenzie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Connor McKenzie.
Up in Thunder Bay flying.
I hope he hears this.
Oh, that'd be so sick. But yeah, like we all used to ride, and then like remember Steve Hamilton?
Of course.
Dude, so sick. But yeah, we used to ride like Ricky Rice, man. They used to build. Did you ever ride that 6-pack behind the house? Behind on Samuel Lawn. Remember that 6-pack you had there? Dude,
I lived there one year.
Oh,
I was like, Zach Nelson.
Yes.
He was kind of spearheading the build there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Another legend. But like we all rode bikes, right? Like we were in Holland Landing. There was no bus route. Like we had to walk everywhere. Like skateboard, walk, ride a bike. Like there was how you supposed to get in until you got your license? Like you had to borrow your mom's car to go somewhere. So it was like we always just built dirt jumps.
I have such a vivid memory of my mom dropping me off for those jumps and going there with Andrew Chalmison. Shout out to Andrew Chalmison. I feel like he's probably going to listen to this.
That's crazy.
The homie.
Yeah, no, that was Holland Landing, man. Like you couldn't get to one side of the town to another like without a bike. So it was like you might as well do tricks on the way.
It was it was like a natural, just randomly it was a bike town.
Yeah, like
big time.
Like this is before smartphones, man. Like you know what I mean? Like this all we did.
I wonder if Havoc Jam had something to do with that too.
Havoc Jam, Colin Rattan, the legend. Yeah, man, oh man.
Everyone's first contest,
dude. Yeah,
like a lot of dudes from here.
Oh yeah,
their first contest.
Yeah, man. Like Havoc Jam was huge. It was trying to promote like the biking scene in Newmarket, Holland Landing, like that area. We did it every year at Fairy Lake. It was 10 years straight, right? It's nuts. Then you'd have the guys like Dave Forbes, like Chris Danowski, the legend himself. Did you ever see that video of him jumping down the Sears stairs?
Oh yeah,
dude, getting towed in.
They are basically the Newmarket OGs, right?
100%.
Like there was no one before them really that was like.
I don't think so.
They were they're the top of the pyramid there. Like
yeah, dude.
Dave Forbes, Chris Danowski.
Yeah, Colin Rattan. Those guys all rode downhill, right?
And they jumped off the Denny Publix, when they had portables into the concrete bank.
Or that, remember that pump house by Fairy Lake they would jump off of? Right at the condo where River Street goes like this. There's like a little, like a water house or a pump house, and they would jump into it because there's a little tiny transition at the bottom.
Oh, damn.
Doing it on full switch bikes.
That's tight.
Oh, yeah.
The Godfathers.
Yes, pretty much, man.
I only know about, like, I remember I ran into them once, like just riding somewhere. I was probably like 14 or 13, but like we ran into them and it was like, whoa, like they had their big full suspension mountain bikes.
Wearing shin armor and stuff, like crazy.
Like riding street in Newmarket or like Devil's Drop or
yeah,
like they had ridiculous bikes for
bike nights. Yeah, and they'd be out there in their monster truck bikes riding downstairs and stuff.
But dude, like I don't know if the Sears set is still there, but
I don't know.
I bet it's fucking huge.
Oh yeah,
which is like huge credit to those guys for doing that.
They got
all the way
towed
back
in.
Really?
He got towed in with the truck. Like they had, like when Sears closed, they moved all the containers. Like they had big 53-foot trailers with tires. I used to work at Sears Auto back in grade 10, man. I'm telling you. It was crazy. But yeah, so they moved those trailers out. Like I guess they closed the auto portion of it. And then I don't know who was driving, but they pulled Stanowski in and he gapped it. I'm pretty sure Dave Forbes gapped it too. I don't know if he gapped it first. I don't know, but they both did. I know. I just remember Stanowski on a hardtail doing it.
No way.
I think he was on his Nikolai. Remember they had that the one with the two top tubes, the square or the rectangle tubing. Oh yeah, on a hardtail, dude, gapping it.
It definitely probably helped for the bunny hop. And back then, those guys, they couldn't fucking bunny hop for shit.
Oh, they're trying to bunny hop a 60-pound
yeah.
bike. Like, crazy.
Like I remember the video and like it was speed over pop. It's they're going so fast just to try and get over it because their pop was so small.
Oh yeah.
But they're fucking doing it.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, I was young, but like I remember going there and being like, no way.
Yeah.
You know, like
it's mind-boggling.
It's big.
It's crazy. It's actually, it's nuts, man. And I give those guys so much credit. Like any downhill rider, man, you're doing 65, 70K through trees. Yeah. No, it's nuts.
Yeah. If you fuck up, you're toast.
Dude. It's crazy. Like, and they're full speed. Whoever gets down the hill fastest. Oh yeah. By the way, there's boulders, trees, drops.
Roots.
Not everything. Yeah. And you're sending it full speed. Come on. No resi for that.
Yeah.
Ain't no foam pit there, right?
You see those bales too.
It's evil. Like, I don't know. Like what
probably life changing.
Think about what they're like what McDuff's doing overseas, man.
The Dark Fest stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, Dark Fest is nuts. 110 foot jump.
On a bicycle. Nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's super cool. Remember when he was doing that loop? Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the loop. That's still one of the craziest things ever.
You know what, man?
No one's even come close to that.
All I'm saying is he would have got it.
Like if he could have tried it again.
Oh, yeah. Second try. Guaranteed.
Right.
Guaranteed.
He probably knew exactly what speed.
Oh, yeah.
What pump.
Oh.
Unless there was actually an issue with the radius of it or the...
I don't know. I'm no engineer, and I'm
diameter or whatever.
Yeah, no, he would have got it. Even if there was, he would have sent it. Man, that was nuts. That was nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just one of the homies.
Oh yeah.
One of the local homies.
Oh yeah.
Doing something crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Something that we could all look back on and be like when we're 80 and be like. That's still something that'll be talked about forever.
Yeah. Bragging to grandkids. I knew that guy.
There's going to have to be someone, and I'm sure there already could be someone in the works doing this who's working their way up. They are so obsessed with loops. They have a small one at home that they do all the time, and they're going to build a little bigger and a little like if Matt would have obviously this is whatever, but like if he would have built like a medium loop and a little bigger and a little bigger.
Yeah.
But no, he literally went straight for
sand,
like 40 feet bigger than anything ever built or whatever.
Well, why wouldn't you? You're going to do it. You might as well do it right? First try.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I would have been like, okay, I want to I'm going to do like a loop half this big first. But that's me. Like, that's my mentality.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I think
I'm no Evil Knievel.
I think what he would have done, let's just say, in theory, he made it all the way through. He would have chopped the top off and then done an open loop. I can almost guarantee it. Oh yeah,
that is true. Actually, he would have he would have had to gone crazier. He would have done something even.
Well, he
crazier.
would have thrown a bar into it. Almost guarantee it.
Yeah, he's a wild guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt McDuff.
Yeah.
Definitely inspired this podcast a little bit.
Oh, big time, man.
For sure.
You're nuts.
It's cool. He's like the Norco guy now.
Dude, that's awesome.
Like Canada represent, you know?
Yeah, big time, man. Good for him.
Who would have thought, man?
Man, he deserves it. Big time.
Oh, yeah.
It's nuts.
That's pretty cool.
Pounds. Remember his no-foot cans? Come on. Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, it's so cool how long it's been, and now we get to, like, so many people have made something out of biking.
Dude, it's crazy.
Career or not, anyone who's still biking that is from that we rode with at the warehouse or back then, like,
Dude.
it's fucking sick. That
The locals, dude, like it's nuts. Like Brett, hello, huge. Like it's crazy. Like
yeah, I mean, he's definitely, he's done
sending it. He's good for him, man.
He went fucking big with it.
Yeah, he did very, very well, and he's nuts.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah, he became one of the best of all time. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah,
Takes so much more than
deserves it all, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing too shabby either.
What he deserves is to be happy and enjoy his life and
just relax.
Just enjoy yourself.
Just get a nice single track out there and just keep the calories burning.
Yeah.
Keep the lactic acid down. And
I think that's what's tough about it though, is if you want to be on top, you have to be so hard on yourself that
it's commitment.
It can really affect you, like, because you have to sacrifice everything for it. I mean, that's what Kobe says, you know?
Yeah.
Anyone who is at the top, it's like they're obviously sacrificing more than anyone else. Or yeah. This fucking thing.
Yeah.
Overheated.
Too warm. No, in all fairness, it's a sacrifice, but it's also a choice, right? And like in life, you're going to come up with all kinds of choices, and it's the choices you make that are really going to, you're either going to win or lose, right? And if you go all for it, like there's no reason you can't, right? It's distractions what usually pull people back.
And I think it's like, what do you really want?
Yeah.
And a lot of people start with, they think what they really want is to be like one of the best bike riders in the world. But throughout the process, whether it's 3 years in, 5 years in, something might get in the picture that distracts them, whether it's an injury that just didn't heal right, a girlfriend or family, job. It for everyone, it's different.
Oh, yeah.
And no one has any real like choice of what happens even. It's fate.
Yeah.
And for the odd guy, it actually is to be one of the best bike riders in the world. But
there's so many, right? There's all kinds of things that are going to distract you in everyday life rather than just, your dreams and hopes, right? It's tough.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
At the end of the day, it's all about
whatever makes you happy, man. As long as you're not affecting anybody else negatively, you're good to go. Send it.
Yeah.
140 times.
It's not even that much.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
It sounds like a lot, but
in 6 months, yeah, that's a lot.
for sure. But yeah. I'm guilty of taking a lot of tries for clips.
Yeah, but you're doing more than one trick in all these clips.
Dude,
it's nuts. Like it's like you're pulling old like Moxley, like just jamming buttons and pulling controllers, like, oh yeah.
that's funny. I feel like it's so different. I feel like I'm doing so much less than that, I'm just kind of like tinkering on my pegs and doing a 180 and a mani and a bar and just kind of tinkering.
Yeah, just doing a mani 180 bar, fakey manis.
But he was out there doing fucking whip this and whip
foot jam to opposite foot jam to jam to Bubaka to 2-7, like 360. He does, yeah.
It's like
he was doing it, but he was. I'm telling you, man, he was. Roboxley was just playing with his controller. He's like, oh, Dave Mira, freestyle BMX 2 with my feet, like killing it.
That would have been really fun. Like,
oh, yeah.
to be able to just get on your bike and do all that shit.
Yeah, and he could do it.
It's like Varga now. Like he probably,
Oh.
when he gets on his ramp, he probably has so much fun. 'Cause he
Dude,
can just do anything.
My last day session was there, and man, the kid is nuts. He does whatever he wants. It's like just over X. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's wicked.
But it's muscle memory, man. You guys, like, yourself and Mike, like, you guys just have, that's all you've done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's consistency. And that's what separates, right? Like, big time.
And we just got lucky, and we came up
Yeah.
in the era where when we were all young, Joyride got put in around in the GTA. Where when you were when we had the age that we got Joyride, there was nothing for you guys. Like,
Yeah.
which is kind of, it's like it's become not easier, but like it's more. I mean, there's more influences. There's more places to do it.
Yeah. Well, it's become a scene, right? Like,
Right.
like when did Hull Landing Park go in? What, 2 years ago? All right. So me and the guys, like the kids my age, were petitioning for a skate park 20 years ago. Like when I was 15, 16, we were petitioning for a skate park.
That's
Like,
crazy.
think about that. So the times have changed. It's huge.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. It's great.
Yeah.
Like it's so good.
Yeah.
And it's the sport, man. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fun. Like, yeah, sure, I was out there and I didn't land what I wanted to, but it was still like, it was the battle, man. It was a workout. It was a lot of fun. Like, you don't get that every day, and you're not going to get that from anything else. Because like you were saying, it's the feeling after you do land it. It's so good. Like, even the feeling I got when I fell those few times, it still felt good. Because it was like, holy smokes, I'm actually going to commit. Like, sweet. All right, here we go. And then OTB.
Yeah. That's, I always have that quote in my head of like, it's better to try and fail than to not try at all. Like, I try so hard to keep that in my head when I'm trying a trick, to commit to it.
Yeah.
To tell myself, like, if I commit, even if I don't land it, I'll feel better about myself.
Yeah.
But then there's also times where if you commit on the one that you know is not right,
Yeah.
that's when you get hurt, or that's when
big
you.
time.
And some people are really good at, are that good at committing that they'll fucking commit even if it's the wrong one. Where
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
that good at committing. Like, I still need a second to be like, okay, this feels good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
No, 100%. Yeah, it's the second guesses that always get you. It's the worst. Like, every time I fell today, I knew it was too late to do it, and then I was like, "Oh no, let's go." You know, it wasn't worth it. But at the same time, you'll bounce back.
And you did try it a handful of times.
Oh,
Just got unlucky.
Give me another 6 months, I'll be right back at it.
Oh yeah. 1 clip, 2 clips a year, bud.
Yeah, why not?
All you need.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun playing on the kids' bike, that's for sure. You know, like, I've been craving it, so it was good to get out there. We got some sun, good vibes.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good day.
Definitely.
You know.
But just to kind of cut this, or just to go back to what we were talking about before. So you said you had the stage where you had a full face.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, that led to the full face?
Oh, it was getting that concussion for sure, and then
Which one?
when the bike landed and hit me in the back of the head, couldn't see.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure that was the beginning. And then, like, a few nights later, I was trying to whip over the box, cased, and right to my face. Yeah.
And what happened to your head? Like, did you?
That was another concussion for sure.
Was it ever more like were they bad concussions, or was it just like?
Oh man, like, I was history of, like, awesome. Like, I got hit by that car, fractured my skull.
That was
in
another.
07.
I
That was
knew
in
we were
June
missing.
07, yeah.
Dude, you have had some crazy stuff happen to you.
Yeah, it's not exciting.
Is
but
that
yeah,
like
that
something?
was my big one, man. Like, I was supposed to go to college for engineering. Like, you know, I was supposed to going to college, go to mechanical engineering, and then I was going to get into university and be an engineer and this and that. If I smoked by a car.
So just riding your bike on the side and someone.
No, I was at a party, came home, and then I was going to go back to the party on a bike because there was no bus route, no, you know what I mean? We're kids, no Uber, right? Hop on this bike, ripping up the Mount Albert side road there. not even 400 yards from my house, gets smoked by a car.
Wow.
Bike's on the street. I'm in the ditch. Apparently a cab saw a bike. They pulled over. You know, I was left, hit by a car.
How long until someone found you?
I don't know. Man. I was out, dude.
Whoa.
Out like a light, like fractured skull, like brain was bleeding and bruised and all kinds of goodness.
So you almost died.
Oh yeah, could have died.
And then the ambulance came. Did
Yeah,
you have to get like surgery?
Cops came, botched the investigation. Apparently, the guy who hit me knew somebody, you know, higher up, that the investigation was botched. Like, went to the hospital. They gave my mom all my clothes back in a garbage bag to take home. And then the doctor was going to send me home. They only put 6 stitches in a cut that's like 8 inches long on my back. Put 6 stitches in. I'm out of it. Like, I was drunk, losing blood, like brain injury, like no one knew what the hell was going on. That doctor was going to send me home. Another doctor came in on shift change, said, no, like, let me look into this. Ends up finding all kinds of stuff going on in my brain, like rips me down to Sunnybrook and then gets me back. And then I wake up like the next day, like coherent, like lost, not knowing who I am, where I am, what's going on. Oh yeah, I was in the hospital for about a week and then I got out. So the next day, the 2 cops that were doing the investigation came to my parents' house and got that bag of clothes my mom was going to throw out. Yeah. Like, they gave all my mom, like the bike, everything was given back to my parents the night of. And then the next day, they were like, oh, we got to do an investigation. So they screwed it all up. Yeah.
What the fuck? And you guys never found?
Not a clue. I've had a constable call me. She's like leading like major collisions, and it's like a cold case because they can't prove who did it. But there's 3 different types of DNA on my shirt, covered in blood, because apparently this guy had gotten out of his car, taken my shirt off, wrapped it around my head, and they gave all those clothes back to my mom. Yeah, there's 3 different types of DNA on that shirt. How crazy is that?
Oh,
so no one knows.
God.
It's been 15 years.
Could you imagine the demons that guy is
who
dealing
knows?
with?
Who the heck knows? Don't know.
Oh my God.
Maybe he's forgot. Maybe he doesn't know. But yeah, that happened in 07.
So
that was a pretty big head injury.
I don't think you could do something more selfish. I couldn't even think of something more selfish.
He was probably drinking and driving, knew somebody who was there at the investigation, or called somebody, told him told him that he hit somebody, and they're like, go. Who knows? Who the heck knows? But somebody knows. I know people know.
That sounds kind of like something like a teenager, like
don't know.
Some crazy teenagers.
Not saying anything. Don't know. I can't assume. I can't point fingers. I don't know. But somebody does.
So that fucked you.
The constable knows somebody did.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wait, the constable thinks she knows who did it?
All I have to do is give my DNA to the cops for them to prove who did it, who other DNA, because somebody has DNA on that shirt, 100%.
So this
is back in 2007, and I got a call 2022.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to open that again.
Wow,
it was a pretty traumatic experience, man. My life changed. Life changed. Like, I was supposed to go to school in September, got hit by a car in June, not remembering anything, lost. And then lost.
Didn't go to school.
Called it off. Started at Toyota in 2007, November. So I started as a mechanic.
Whoa.
Yeah. I couldn't look up.
And pursued BMX.
Rushes. Oh yeah, well, you got it. Why wouldn't you? Right? It was so much fun.
Or were you pursuing it before that?
I was riding. I don't know if I can say pursuing, because I love doing it. It was the most fun, just to get everybody to be like, yeah, you do a trick and people are like, what the heck is going on? It was the most fun. It was a great time, but it was also really, it's super satisfying. Every time you land a trick, it's satisfying. That feeling is just, you cannot change it.
Did you want to be a pro rider, or were you more just doing it for fun and you just so happened to get really good?
I was always striving for something more, striving for better, but I always had that distraction, if nothing works out, I'll just go be a mechanic or this and that. It was you know, there was never really a scene to do it, right? Like there was no manual how to impress certain people or send out sponsor me tapes or tag or hashtag people. Like, you know, how are you supposed to do it? I don't know. As a kid.
And then when did the Metro Jams come around? Was that around the same time?
That was like
before that.
I remember going to all the Toronto Metro Jams. Loved them. As soon as you start going to the bike show, you're like, whoa, sweet. And that really got me hooked. And I was like, contest, oh yeah, you got to do, like, you know. And it was like all I could think about was hitting crazy big quarters and like grinding. That was my favorite thing. Just riding on coping, like, come on, let's go. And then I don't know, I qualified for the 08 one in Kingston, which was sick. Didn't do very well, and then I rode in the one in 09 and I won the amateur contest. It was sick. Big whip to double peg off a 5-foot to a 10-foot wall, and it was 8 feet back. It was wide.
Damn.
And then hop back in. I was pretty stoked. That was the first time I met Catfish. Legend.
Wow.
Oh yeah. It was a long time ago, man.
And then you rode the pro the next year.
Yeah.
Like after you won the AM.
Yeah.
Did you win a free week at Woodward?
No, they didn't have it then.
I
think I got a refurbished camcorder.
Oh, no way. Dude, I got a free week at Woodward.
Yeah.
For winning the amateur
Killed it.
Toronto Jam.
Yeah, no.
That was a sick prize.
That was not an option. I would have taken it. I can guarantee it. Oh, yeah.
Wow. But I bet the competition was fucking crazy.
It was so much fun.
I bet there was a lot of really good riders.
It was, yeah. It was a good time, man. It was nuts.
People were savages back then.
Dude, like riding those wooden rickety ramps, come on. It was so much fun. No, not a single piece of coping on the whole thing. Yeah. It was so much fun. But yeah.
Hey! Fucker.
Got a barker. But it was, yeah, man. And then that happened, and then it was just super exciting just to go out and ride. Like, I remember, like, oh, man. I remember hitching rides with Mark Faber when he found Richmond Green. He's like, man, I found a place in Richmond Hill. It's like hidden in the back behind baseball diamonds. It's got a half pipe and a spine and white metal ramps, man. I'm like, no way. This is in high school. And he drives me back, and like, that's what led up to it. I was like, man, these are like Metro Jam ramps, like just going nuts. Like, remember the backyard jams? Like, I'm talking like, oh man, early 2000s.
No.
There's like backyard jams and stuff.
Okay.
Same style Metro ramps.
Okay.
Like, so sick.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. Watching all that stuff.
That's the Richmond Green. You guys, I feel like you guys finding it must have led to us riding it. But also,
Maybe,
I think,
man, no one knew about it.
Matt McDuff and Conrad, they both went to Richmond Green High School, I think.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Just going like to the skate park on lunch.
Yeah, well, they were close, right? They were living it.
Dude,
we were in Newmarket, man.
What an era.
Dude, it was nuts because there was no parks anywhere. Like, there was Keswick Park, which was sick. Still love it. So much fun.
But the little Aurora one popped up pretty early.
On Borealis or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. With like the super high ledges that are never waxed and no one's ever ridden them because they're super high.
Yeah, and the dirt jumps.
Yeah.
It was just not that good, but it was still something.
They were trying.
But it was one of the only, it was always worth it to go to Richmond. Go the extra like 15, 20 minutes instead of Aurora.
Richmond's super sick. It's a lot of fun. Had a few head injuries there as well.
Really?
Oh yeah. Remember that the hip quarter to bank?
Oh yeah.
I rode across the quarter to try to hop into the bank, nose cased, straight to my face.
Oh.
That was one of like the first times I ever had invited my parents to come with me.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Right to the hospital.
Fuck.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the asphalt too.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst part about that place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Big time. It's like cheese grater.
I had hit my face on a mountain bike back when I was like maybe 14, 15 at Richmond Green over the big hip.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that one fall like still is programmed into me somewhere when I hit that hip and when I'm doing stuff.
I remember trying to 3 that long driveway box.
The nose case.
Dude, so
just
many.
came up. Oh, really?
So many cases. Like, so many.
You probably just needed a bigger chain ring. What
I
were you
guess.
running? 28 or 25?
I don't even know, man. Probably 25.
Yeah.
There's probably a 12 tooth on the back too. Who knows, man? Like, I don't know. I just wrote whatever I could.
And then Eli Taylor came in and
Yeah.
kind of paid homage.
Yeah.
Did the 360.
Killed it.
It was a sick 3.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Eli
dude.
Taylor, like he has
So
very
sick.
such good style.
So sick.
And then Matt McDuff, I think,
Yeah.
whipped it.
Deserves it. Yeah.
But you were the one that opened that jump, like that
Yeah.
gap.
Trying to go with it, man.
I remember when I first saw the video on Facebook. And I was
Yes.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Facebook.
Yeah, that's cool.
Years ago. Yeah, no, that park was a lot of fun. Still is. I remember watching Jamie Delaney and Doug Pilkey ride there. And I met Doug when he was running the Vaughn Over the Edge park.
Wow.
Remember that park?
That
never-
was before my time.
Dude, they had a vert ramp, full-size vert ramp, the steepest 6-foot mini with a spine. It was a lot of fun. Again, would get eaten up by the cement or concrete. It was a lot of fun.
I
That
hear a
park
lot
was
about that
nuts.
park.
Yeah, dude.
That it was like really great. Like the fact that they actually had a vert ramp.
Yeah, dude. It was real. It was a real deal, dude. It was super sick.
Imagine, like, if you're building a skate park, like the price of a vert ramp is probably more than the cost of the entire skate park. Like,
Nowadays,
it's massive.
wood is worth more than gold.
Yeah.
Get some pressure treat in there. Jeez.
Gotta
go.
Gotta go for the steel.
Yeah. Anyway, I remember Jamie Delaney doing these ice pick grinds across the coping at Richmond Green, and they were so sick.
Has anyone ever tried to gap from the 6-foot quarter to the bank?
Oh yeah.
Is that so? That has been tried
Oh yeah.
and not done.
I'm pretty sure Nick Clark's done it.
Really?
Why not?
I don't know. I just thought I remember.
It's been done.
Okay.
Or, no, who else has done it? I want to say
John Heaton.
yes.
I thought I heard a story though that someone tried it and like got destroyed.
I don't know, man.
Something.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone's done it. Oh man,
I was there a
I want
month.
to think of the name, but it's Mitch maybe. Does Mitch sound familiar?
I don't
He
know.
rode at the warehouse a few times.
Mitch.
Maybe
I'm
he
not
did it.
sure.
I don't know. I know someone's done it. I witnessed somebody doing it.
I was there a month ago and just looking at it like, man, this is so doable.
Yeah, you gotta boost the spine, and then pull and push and get over it.
Oh, from the half pipe to the bank.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm talking about from the quarter on the other side of the bank. It's like the same size quarter as the half pipe quarter. It's like after the 4-foot spine or
Oh.
the small spine, the quarter after that one
Oh yeah, I don't know.
to the bank beside that.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
Yes. Oh, you're talking about just the box jump. Oh yeah, I hit that all the time.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm talking about from beside the half pipe. There's like that bank, like the two
You gotta be more specific here.
the two benches. There's
Yeah.
like two benches.
Yeah, I know what you're
the
talking
bank in
about.
between that.
Somebody's
two
probably done
benches.
it.
Yeah,
Why
whatever.
haven't you done it yet? 3 to fakey it, Mike. Come on, let's go.
Varga? Let's go.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways,
That's so funny. What about from the half pipe to it? Turn left. All these right
never thought
turners
of
out
it, but
here.
I guess you'd have to hit the spine though.
Yeah.
If you go the other way, you can like pedal beside the spine. Like you could get as much speed.
Try to
as-
roll over that thing. Yeah.
You could literally just go as fast as you wanted to hit it.
I thought you were talking about the box jump, man.
Mm.
Crazy.
That thing is hard to get through.
Yeah, I haven't been able to. I don't even think I've tried.
Gotta fucking get a good pump on that
I
spine.
bet, dude. Unreal. That'd be alley-oop for me. That's
Dude, thanks for coming on.
appreciate
That was
it.
fun.
Yeah, man.
Any other crazy things on that popped in your head?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about that asphalt at Richmond Green now.
That's nasty.
Yeah, man.
Well, dude, good hanging.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you.
See you guys next time.
Bye.